Hello, my name is Jodi Erin from JodiErin.com, and I am a sex-positive therapist and life and relationship coach. And today I want to talk to you all about saying screw you to your resolutions and choosing to make intentions instead. Now, if you're like me, you've probably noticed that this time of year, everybody's talking about resolutions. And if you go on social media, there's tons of articles and postings about choosing to make resolutions to make next year better than this year. And while I think the idea of resolutions is really powerful, in actuality, they tend to not work. And I think that's because they tend to be empty. They don't come with a plan to make your goal work. And they also tend to be really shame-based, if you've noticed that. So when I think about intentions, I think about something a little different. For me, intentions are empowering. They make you feel good when you think about it. They're not based in shame, and they have a plan of attack to make that intention manifest in the next year. So that's why I think intentions is a lot more powerful than making a resolution. And I have some videos from the past where I talk about the power of intentions. Definitely look at those. But this is the next step. So this is about taking these few days, this is the perfect time to do this because it's a few days before the new year, and really figuring out where you are, where you want to be, and what you have to do to get there, and what might be blocking you. So the first thing to do is to schedule some time in the next few days where you can have an hour or two to yourself. And go grab a notebook, put on some comfy clothes, and find a really comfy place in your life, and get some coffee or tea, get comfortable, and sit down and do some writing. And what I want you to do is write about last year. Do a year review. And as you write, think about what was successful last year, what was a challenge last year, and just get really honest with yourself about what last year was like for you. After you do that, get a new piece of paper. And on that piece of paper, I want you to write about what you want next year to look like. All right, things you want to change next year, where you want to be next year, who you want to be around, how you want to feel. Write all of it down. And once you're done writing it down, I want you to look at where you are now and where you want to be, and then start writing a little bit about what might be blocking you from getting from point A to point B. That right there is your meat, the meat of your intention. All right, so I'm going to say this one more time. After you do all this year review, all this writing, look at where you are now, where you want to be next year, and then what might be blocking you? What might be stopping you from getting there? All right? And then when you figure that out, write down an intention and start with one. I'm going to give an example of an intention to eat cleaner, to eat clean next year. Okay, that's going to be my example intention. So once you write that down, the next important step is to figure out why it's important to you. That why, that gives it power, that makes it strength-based, that kind of sets it in motion to figure out why this intention is so important to you. So write that down too. For my example, eating clean for me is important because when I eat clean, it gives me energy, it makes me feel good physically, mentally, and emotionally, and it makes it so that I can give my all to my friends, family, and clients. So I would write that down because for me, that's super powerful, that why. All right, so you have your intention, you have your why. The next step is to come up with at least 3 action steps to get your intention met. And these should be simple, these should be measurable, and they should be something that you can start doing right away. My example, my 3 steps to eat clean for the next year. One will be to start meal prepping, to plan my meals and to cook them at the beginning of the week so that I have something clean to eat for the whole week. The second step would be do some research about different types of supplements or foods that might help with my energy. And the third action step would be coming up with some new recipes I can get really excited about, things that I really want to cook. So for me, those 3 action steps are going to help me reach my intention. All right, so do that, and do that in the same notebook. Okay, maybe you can have like an intention notebook. I love that idea. So the next thing that I want you to do is make sure that you have an accountability partner. This can be anyone in your life who you trust. It can be a partner, or it can be a family member, a friend, somebody from online, and their job is just to keep you accountable, to check in with you, to say, hey, how's your intention going? And you can do the same thing for them. And what this does is it makes it feel like you have a team behind you, somebody's checking in on you, somebody's keeping you accountable. That's really important. The other thing you can do is be your own accountability partner, your own buddy. And the way I like to do this is to schedule a day each month just to check in to see how the intention's going. So what I like to do is I get my calendar out, and at the end of each month, I circle a day, usually a Sunday. And on that day, I just go back and I say, I ask myself really honestly, how am I doing reaching my intention? Am I doing all the action steps? Do I need to change an action step? Do I need to add an action step? And when you check back on yourself each month, you can get a really good idea of, is this working for you? And if it's not working for you, you can try to figure out why. So to review, do a year review to see how the year went and what you want to change for next year. Decide what your intention's going to be and why it's important to you. Get an accountability partner and check in on yourself once a month to see how you're doing and what you have to change. I want to wish everybody a really happy and beautiful new year. I have a lot of hope for next year, and I can't wait to see how your intentions have helped carry you through this new year. So wishing everybody a happy new year, and see you next time.